When Joe Walton and the Pittsburgh Steelers parted ways after the 1991 season, it left the Beaver Falls native at a crossroads. He had been in the NFL for almost 35 years, the first decade as a player with the Giants and Redskins, and the last two as a scout, assistant coach, and head coach. Walton still wanted to coach, but maybe the NFL was no longer the right fit.
When I was approached about Robert Morris, I didn't know anything about it. You know, I was thinking it was that school downtown Pittsburgh, so I didn't even know where the campus was. And once I, got there and thought about it a while, and plus it was close to home, easy commute, and my first wife wasn't too well at the time, so I didn't want to take her away from doctors in Pittsburgh that she was using, and there were a lot of things happening at that time. I had never coached college kids, and I wanted to see if I could do it because I always coached in pro ball.
Walton needed someone familiar with the college process, so he turned to friend and confidant Dan Radakovich, a man Walton had hired multiple times at previous coaching stops. Radakovich, the architect of linebacker U at Penn State, had his doubts about Walton's latest gig.
It all worked out. He did a lot for the program and did a lot for me. He had coached in college for, 17 years at Penn State, I think. Anyway, he taught me a lot about the college game and about recruiting.
Together, Walton and Radakovich bombarded schools with questionnaires and scouting trips. With no scholarships to give, no campus stadium, and no history, the two sold potential players on opportunity. The Colonials found several future starters at Kemper Military Academy in Missouri. One of them was running back Tim Hall, who remains the only NFL draft pick in RMU history. And Hall almost didn't make it out of that first camp as a starter.
He was with us about 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 days, and we had our last scrimmage game. Near the end of the game, the backfield coach came over to me and said, "Why don't you let Tim Hall play a few plays?" And I said, "Does he know any plays?" He says, "Not much." He said, "But he knows the sweep and the off-tackle play." And so I said, "Okay, put him in." And the first time he ran the ball, he made about 6 guys miss, ran over 2 guys, and made about 15 yards. And I said, "Let's give it to him again." So we ran the off-tackle play to the other side. He made another 20 yards. He was a Division I player, really, playing for a non-scholarship team.
Hall and Robert Morris burst onto the scene with their debuts in 1994. Robert Morris opened its inaugural season with 5 straight wins en route to a 7-1-1 record, stunning even its head coach.
That really amazed me, I'll tell you that. We didn't do bad.
Within a few years, Walton had an opportunity to return to the NFL. He turned it down and stayed at Robert Morris for 20 seasons before retiring in 2013.
Yeah, I had a chance after a couple of years, actually after my first wife passed away, to go back into pro ball. And I gave it a lot of thought, and certainly the money was better. But I was happy. I liked the atmosphere, and I liked the college kids, and they were so enthusiastic, not only in their playing, but their learning. They wanted to learn, and they certainly were fun to teach and coach. And I just decided, I'm going to stay. I like it here.
A program that began with no stadium, no scholarships, no uniforms, and no players now plays under the lights on campus with a roster full of scholarship athletes who will take the field in 2016 wearing new uniforms as part of a university-wide apparel deal. It's a far cry from the program's simple beginnings with Walton at the helm.